Hi guys, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Natali Agarwal, and first of all I would like to thank you all for subscribing to my channel and for your comments and for your views whosoever are watching it. So as promised, we have completed one part, that is descriptive statistics, and we would be going towards the hands-on session in Python today. I'll show you how to use Python with the what are the basic commands. You can improvise on that. You can search for those commands in Google if you want to improvise further based on your business problem, but these are the ground rule. These are the basic codes or the basic functions that you have to use to start with any of your project. You will require these functions. Okay. So I'll mention the link also. Apart from that, on Google also, if you search for Anaconda Navigator, you can you can find Anaconda Navigator and you can install it on your desktop. It is free tool. It is license free tool, so it is open source. You can anybody can install. There is no license or any requirement is there. And as in one of my videos, you would have seen that there are so many IDs and there are so many technologies that could be used for the data science project. So if you see over here, you have different IDs also, that is your Jupyter, your Spider, and even R is there. So there are so many IDs. So what we will do is we will start with Jupyter Notebook, because code remains the same for different IDs. It's just that the platform differs, nothing else. So code is same for everything in Python. R is different. It is RStudio. It is a different language altogether. But for Python, there are different IDs. We will start with Jupyter Notebook because it is more easy to learn and it is more user friendly. So we will. You have to click on launch, and this will open up. A new a window will open up for you. So what I need to do is I want to start a new Python notebook. Okay, I'll start a new Python notebook. Otherwise, if you have to save in any specific place, so this is your computer, all the libraries that you are having on your system, you can select that library also, and there you can go ahead and save it. So either if you will select Python 3, it will save inside Python only, and if you are selecting any of the libraries, this Python code would be submitted, could be saved even in that library. So suppose I want to save it on desktop, and in desktop I have so many folders, and suppose I want to save it in YouTube folder. Okay, so I can open this, and then again from here what I can do is I can start a new file. I can start a new Python file. Okay, I can write a new Python file over here. So let's capture it over here only. So what happens, what's the difference in direct Python file and going to a folder is that if your Excel sheet or your data set or whatsoever is your data is in form of is placed in that location, it would be easy to address it. You don't need to set the directory. We will see what I mean by setting the directory. So this is the layout that you could see over here. As this is known as the kernel. This is the kernel. So kernel is a thing. Kernel is the complete code actually. So it is like a canvas where you have written the code. It is known as kernel. It is known as kernel in terms of Python. So what is kernel? How means you can run your code in kernel. You can write the comments. You can write the code. You can write anything in kernel. So this is the code mode. If you want to write the comment, you have to either use the hash sign or move it to markdown or a heading option. So it's better we can just keep it as a code mode only, and then we can mark it with the hash sign. So if I am saying this, suppose I am writing problem statement. So this, if you have to execute, you can either run or you can press Control Enter. It will run your command. Once it has run, you can see it is in blue. If you again edit it, it turns to green. So whenever you are editing or you are running the code, it will be green, and whenever it has run the code, it will change to blue. Okay, so these are some very basics. So let's start. Before starting, I want to show you what our data set is. So our data set is, we have to study about the lung capacity of few people that we have in our data set. So the variables or the columns that are available are gender, height, smoker. Smoker means whether that person is smoking or not. 0 means a non-smoker, 1 means a smoker. Same for gender, 1 means male, 0 means female. Then we have exercise, how many minutes that person exercises daily and on an average thing, and this is the age of that person, and this is the lung capacity of that person. So these are some of the columns that we have, and we will see what all commands we can look for when we are going for the Python code. So as I told you that Python has very rich library. Now what does a library means? Library or modules or packages, these are the different interchangeable words that different people use. So these will help you to run your code more efficiently. You don't have to write so many lines of code. It becomes very easy with these libraries. So if you have to add a new code box below, so you can enter B, sorry, just it should be in run mode, and then you can type B and a new line will come below. It is for below. A, if you want above it, so just type A, and it would, a new code box will come up, which is with A you can get above the above this line, and with B below the line. So let's first import the important libraries. So I am writing a comment, import the important modules or say packages or library. Okay, then what I am doing is I am importing few of the important libraries. That is, one is very important, that is import pandas as PD. So whatever are the libraries, we will give some name to it so that we can refer them, the function that we are using from that library, we can refer as pd dot something, pd dot whatever is the function we can refer. We don't have to write complete that pandas dot something. It would be a very big name. That's why we say pd dot something like this. So that's why there are few important libraries. One is pandas, then you have numpy, you have matplotlib, that all we will see. But right now what is required over here is pandas, and then I'll do import numpy as np. This has become like a trend that for pandas we'll use pd, numpy we will use np. So pandas is for it is actually Python data analysis library. So it is required for your data analysis. It is used for data frame conversion, analysis and data manipulation, and numpy is used to convert to vectors or do any numerical operations. Okay, and one more library I'm importing over here, that is import OS. You don't need to do anything. It is just operating system library. It is used to interact with the underlying operating system of your system or of your laptop or PC or wherever you are coding. So you have to install it. Then again you have to run this part of code. So how you will run? Control Enter, or you can press this as run also. So anything you will do, it will run. See, when I ran it, it changed to blue, and now I'm new code part I'm writing, so it is in editable mode, that's why it is green. So what we will do is we can set up the working directory also. What you mean by working directory? Working directory means from where your data set would be read, or from where you will store your Python code, or where you will store the output of this code if you want to store in some Excel or CSV format. So that is like a folder that you are working, or the place where you are going to set, like a normal directory that you set in your system, same way. So for that the command is os chdir, set the directory, and then you have to give the path where your data set is present. So my or where you want to save it, and where you have to, but remember this thing, both path should be same, where you are reading your code, reading your data set from, or saving your code or output to. So it can't be two different situations over here. That's why I'm setting up the directory as C. And since this file that I showed you, it is in my desktop and YouTube folder already. We are in that folder, but just to tell you guys, I am using that. So you have to mention the complete path. So the complete path, and you have to mention with double backslash you have to use. So I have done this, my library, my working directory set. If I have to check what is my working directory, so you have to run os get working directory, get cwd, and just open brackets, enter C. Same is whatever you have done over here, whatever path you have set, same path it has given over here. Now let's move forward. What I want to, I have to read my data set into Python. How I will do that? My data set is in CSV format. So since my data set is in CSV format, let's save it over here in some name, data_df. In data frame name I am saving it, and pd dot read. Since it is CSV, so it is read underscore CSV. If it would have been Excel, it would be read underscore Excel. So read underscore CSV, my data set name is lung capacity. If you see over here, the name is lung capacity dot CSV. So the name is lung capacity. So the data set data frame has been created. If I want to check the top 10 rows of my data frame, so it is data df dot head 10. So I'm able to check the top 10 rows. It will start from 0 to 9 because the starting position is the first one is marked as 0 in Python. If I have to check the last 20 rows, so it is data underscore df dot a and 20 I will give. So it will give me the last 20 rows of my data frame. Now I want to check the dimensions of my, how many rows are there, how many columns are there. For that the command is data underscore df dot shape okay. So this is the shape. 103 are my rows and 6 are the columns. What I want to do next is I want to see the 5-point summary that we have heard about: min, max, first quartile, median, and all those things. So how I can do this is, there is a function for that, and that is known as describe, because what you are doing, you are describing your data, right? So that's why you can do that and see count, mean, standard deviation, min, max, 25th percentile, 50th percentile, 75th percentile. It means the first quartile, median, and then your third quartile. Now I want to see these values in columns and these values in rows. So how I can do, you can just do a transpose of this dot t, and it will transpose all these things for you. It looks nice if you transpose it, because this description, it makes sense if you are viewing it this way. Okay, so just to see whatever is your need, you can do accordingly. Now if I want to see how are the missing values in my data, what I can do is data underscore df dot is any means if there is any null value, and for all columns I want to see at a go. So sum, see if I have any values. Yeah, I have 2 missing values in LC, that is the lung capacity. So I have 2 missing values over here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to drop this and store it again. I want to drop those rows in my data frame and store it back in my data frame again. So data underscore df is equals to data, from where I have to do, from data underscore df only, dot I have to drop it. What I have to drop? NA values. Okay, so I'll drop it. I have done this. Now again I want to see if I have any null values. There is another command also to check the null values. It is null. You can do the same thing. Instead of is NA, you can write is null. If you see over here, the two missing values that were there in LC have gone now. And previously, what was the dimension? Dimension was 103,6. Now we have dropped 2 rows. So what would be the dimension? It should be 101,6. Let's see what is the dimension. 101,6. So guys, these are some of the basic commands, and we will restart from this point onwards in our next set, where we will see few more basic commands in Python. So thanks a lot for subscribing to my channel, and please do like, share, comment, and let me know what are the other things that you would like to see in Python, or if you would like to see same thing in R also. Thanks once again for subscribing to the channel, and share with your friends and family and make it a popular channel. Thank you.